happening? We trapping, we trapping. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. We in the building with it. Let's get it. I hope everybody's having a good day, a good morning. We in this thing today. You understand? It's a Trap Tuesday. Y'all already know what time it is. You already knew what time it is. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. We finna have a good day today, man. I hope everybody's got their energy up. You know, good spirits. We finna put the right foot forward this morning, man. All positive vibes for everybody's lives. Let's get it. Make sure you share this to your trap cousins, nephews, and uncles and aunties. You know, I don't know if they got aunties anywhere but the South, you know. Y'all might say aunts. Y'all might say the word properly. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know. Let's go. I hope everybody doing good, though, man. Y'all know I'm feeling good today on a Trap Tuesday. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody rocking. Shout out to Miss April Barnes. Shout out to Michael Lockhart, Miss Gina L. Chase, Miss Patrice Langford in the building, Joe Tranchina in the building, Cowboys Click in the building. You understand? Mr. Cowboy Execution in the building, Stefan Austin in the building, Mr. Columbus Hill in the building. Shout out to Charlie Jones with a $5 super coming out the gate. Looking great. I appreciate you, sir. Let's get it. And y'all already know, first and foremost, we gotta make sure these haters doing the most. And that's hate, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. Let's get this trap jumping around the corner now. Let's get it now. Yeah. Let's go. We in here, baby. Let's get it.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. Hey. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day.
Hey.
Ain't no looking back.
Let's go.
Came a long way. Hey. I know that they mad, but just let them hate.
Hey.
That what make them hate. That
Get
what make them hate. Hey. And we just getting cake and they just in the way. Hey. That what make them hate.
Hey, man, this a Trap Tuesday, man. We supposed to be lit. Let's get it, man.
And they just in the way.
Hey.
Landlord,
Shout out to Michelle Green. Says you a new listener. Y'all give them a warm embrace. Welcome them with open arms in the trap. Let's get it. Shout out to you.
One day hating on it,
Probably wanna kill.
when they got our own band,
We hollin' good deal now, yeah.
Long live CEO, CIP the
Dollar.
took my brother.
Let's get these likes and shares up, y'all. Let's get it. Don't act like an eagle now. You acting real eagle-ish.
Run up them numbers, yeah. I know that they hate the way
Ball, man. Ball, man. On the chain, yeah. Let's go. Shout out to Data Yo. I appreciate the love and support. Shout out to you. Shout out to Wisdom the God. I like how you spelled the God with a W. You must be from the Southern Hemisphere. Shout out to Trent God in the building, y'all. Let's get it.
Cause we just getting cake and they just in the way.
Hey. Hey. Now you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone, but I promise you, you are in the trap, sir.
Trap.
I promise.
Trap.
Make no mistake about it, man. You already know this a Trap Tuesday, and we acting real nefarious today, Miss Jean. I'm sorry. I gotta let you know it early. I don't know why I'm feeling silly today, man. Maybe it's the bird or a plane. I don't know. What is it? Oh, it's nefarious news, of course. That's what it is. You understand? Y'all hit that like and share for the squad. You know it won't charge your card. Let's get it. So now we talking about these Cowboy injury updates. You know, I hate we got so many injuries, but hey, we got to roll with the punches. Y'all know that. We got to roll with the punches, and we got to make the best out of what we got. You understand? I think we'll be fine, though. But Mr. Big Mike Soprano had to speak on these injuries and give us a little update. So let's check him out. He speaks on Jordan Lewis. Wait a minute now. You're going too fast. Now you're one too far. Shout out to Tate Dog in the building with the $9.99. He simply says trap. I will trap. I appreciate you, sir. Trap. Mike McCarthy speaks on Jordan Lewis. It says Cowboy coach Mike McCarthy said Jordan Lewis with a foot injury on the PUP physically unable to perform list has done a phenomenal job in his workouts. McCarthy did address whether Lewis will begin the season on the pub list, but with the numbers game already at cornerback, pub list would make more sense. So that's interesting right there. A lot of people forget about Jordan Lewis, right? He's like the forgotten man on this defense right now because he got hurt last year. So, man, we got a deep cornerback room, and it's interesting to see where Mr. Jordan Lewis gonna fall. So, do y'all favor any of these guys that's on the back end of this cornerback list over Jordan Lewis? Let me know how y'all feeling, because Jordan Lewis pretty solid, though, when you think about it, though. He's not – he probably wouldn't be your ideal person on, being a boundary corner or something, but as far as being a slot cornerback, I think Jordan Lewis is a pretty solid option right there, especially when you making him your fourth corner, because – I favor Deron Bland over Jordan Lewis. So how y'all feel about it? Do y'all feel like Jordan Lewis should make a push to get on this team this year and say screw the physically unable to perform list and make a case for him being the fourth cornerback this year? What y'all think? Trap. Y'all let me know. What y'all feeling about that, man? Do y'all think Jordan Lewis would be – I think he could be a solid addition to this rotation, though. I really do. I just don't know if he'll be able to be healthy this year. I kind of want to hear from y'all on that. What y'all think? Because Jordan Lewis don't get no love out here. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much forgot totally about Jordan Lewis. He's been an afterthought. So he is a player that's been injured and he's working his way back. That was a nice update by Mr. Mike McCarthy. I don't see too many people commenting on it, so I guess y'all ain't interested in it. I might have to move on. Shout out to Craven Cowboys in the building, Miss Mickey, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check out our content. She doing some nice things over there. Trap. Shout out to King Chick. Shout out to Trey Maine Clark on Facebook. Edward Montgomery on Facebook. Shout out to my Facebook team, man. Shout out to y'all. I see the followers going up over there, man. I see the subscriptions going up. People subbing to the Facebook page, man. So, I appreciate all the contributions coming towards your support and Landlord Sports, man. I really do. Shout out to Cowboys Click with the $1.99 for your mind. He says solid nickel or dime player. Exactly, man. I ain't too mad at Jordan Lewis, even if he be on the pub list or he make a push for the roster spot. I think I'm pretty comfortable with it. HTM says Jordan Lewis may get a roster spot. He might deserve one too, because J. Lou been solid. I'll say this. Would you trust Jordan Lewis over Kelvin Joseph right now? Then, would you trust Jordan Lewis over Nation Wright right now? Would you trust Jordan Lewis over Eric Scott right now? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. He going up against the bottom half of the roster. And he is a proven veteran who been on this team. So would you trust Jordan Lewis right now? If we had to play a game tomorrow, would you be more comfortable with Jordan Lewis or those other guys? Let me know. Because I think people forget, Jordan Lewis was pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? He probably left just a tad little more to be desired. But I think I trust him over all them guys, being real. Just being honest, I like the upside I see in Eric Scott. I like, I think Nation could end up being decent, but I think I trust Jordan Lewis more. Not like him more, not more upside. I think I trust him more. That's a different question when you think about it. I think I trust J. Lou a little more. Cowboys Click says Jordan Lewis has been a player for this team. It's proved himself in the nickel and dime. Exactly. And J. Lou will get a little dirty. He'll make some tackles and everything. So I like his grit too. HTM says, yeah, he hurt himself while getting an interception. Exactly. Tate Dog said, I'm through with J. Lou. He said he's sick on. He said, get him up out of here. I don't know what J. Lou did to make you say he trash trash. I don't know, but hey, I feel you though. Everybody, everybody opinions will be heard in the trap. Mr. Cowboys Click says Jordan autocorrect. Oh, okay, he talking about his comment. Bruce got the Tasha Juice said J. Lou over those guys, yes, but he's still hurt though. Exactly. Tate Dog says again, he ain't got but one good foot. Shit. Good grief. Tate Dog on one this morning. He ain't playing around. But okay, I think most people gonna trust J. Lou a little more. Now, his injury is a concern though, with the foot injury. So I don't know. Maybe just by default you gotta go with the healthy guy. What y'all think about that? Maybe by default you just gotta go with the healthy people. But let's move on to the other comments Mr. Mike McCarthy had. Hold on, wait 1 minute. These things going crazy. Okay. Bam. All right. Boom. Okay. That was Jordan Lewis news. Now let's talk about Matt Waletzko, Mr. Mike McCarthy, Big Mike Soprano. If y'all ain't know who this was right here with the suit and tie on, that's Mr. Big Mike Soprano right there. Trap. Okay. Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy said offensive tackle Matt Waletzko with a shoulder injury has a chance to play Saturday's preseason finale versus the Raiders per Michael Gilkin. I think that's huge news right there. Because we was all so sad about all the other people. We was sad about John Stevens Jr. We was sad about DeMarvion Overshawn. We was just getting back-to-back news that was just terrible, just bombarded by all of this news. And it was just sad, you know what I'm saying? But we just kind of gave Matt Waletzko the season off by default, low-key, didn't we? We were just like, man, Waletzko probably gone too. The news was it was trending such in a bad direction that we were just like, man, Waletzko gone too, bro. He gone too. But we just got a glimmer of hope. It was a silver lining in that dark cloud, you understand? Matt Waletzko won't have to miss the whole season. He actually got a chance to play this week. That's big news. I pretty much gave him like a half a season at least off because he got basically right now, this shoulder injury thing is becoming too much of a thing for Matt Waletzko. He came out of college with a hurt shoulder. It's the opposite shoulder this time. But, hey, are you going to have a good shoulder, sir? I want to know. I just want to know, man. I want to know. But Matt Waletzko being healthy enough to even have the thought of playing the game, I think that's pretty good. That's good news. We got a little good news this time. I mean, I just don't want to see everybody hurt and everybody – you know what I'm saying? Everything just bad for every player we had. That was just a little grim far as the game went. That was the injury bug was the dark cloud hanging over the rest of this game. I mean, the preseason game last week. Okay. He spoke on Mr. DeMarvion Overshawn per Skywalker Steel. Shout out to A to Z Sports and Skywalker Steel over there, man. Dallas Daily says Cowboy linebacker DeMarvion Overshawn said emphatically that this small setback will only make next year more special. Dallas fans don't need to worry about Overshawn's grit and determination. He's pretty well shown he's ready to attack rehab and be better than ever next season. I ain't gonna lie, I pretty much figured that by, seeing the post that he was making on social media. He was like, hey, man, I'm still blessed and highly favored. You understand? He said that. He could have been sitting up there pouting and crying and stuff like that. You might cry initially, but I'm talking about he might just be dwelling on it, being sad all day, every day, moping and poling around and stuff. But no, DeMarvion seems like he's the type of guy that's not just going to sit down and sit on his thumbs, sit on his hands, and just let life just attack him. He's going to fight back. He's going to be a battler. He's going to be a warrior, and he's going to get through this, man. And I can't wait to see him bounce back, watch his journey from afar, man, and hopefully he can get back to the player he deserved to be because he was looking like a special young player, and it just sucked to see him work all the way to the top just to get an injury out the gate. But, hopefully we see him get back to the status that he deserved, man. It was kind of sucky. It was kind of sad. But hopefully we'll get our young player back sooner than later. But Mr. Mike McCarthy spoke on Mozzie Smith game, man. Now everybody been attacking Mr. Mozzie lately. Now, I did say he had a rough outing, but I ain't just buried the young man. I told you it's going to take him a little time. He might have to slow roast like in the oven, you understand? That's all that means. He just got to slow roast. You know, he got to simmer. He got to, what they say about the, he got to marinate, you understand? He got to marinate a little bit. But Mr. Mike McCarthy, Big Mike Soprano says, rookie nose tackle Myzie Smith, I think he's had a good to solid camp. Some snaps last Saturday from the team. Well, some snaps from last Saturday to learn from. He's like all the rookies. He needs time to, wait a minute, my stuff blocked. He needs time on the task. Basically, he needs time to learn, man. So he's not a ready-made product. Everybody knew that. Basically, you should have knew that any nose tackle, any defensive lineman coming out, especially playing 1-tech or 3-tech, that you gonna need time to get better, man. You ain't gonna be able to just come out the gate and be ready-made. You're not a finished product coming out of college. We understand that. But it was a lot of people that was going a little too over the top, you know, being a little too hyperbolic about what they seen from Myzie Smith in the first couple of games and in camp. You know, let the young man get time to develop, let him get time to grow, and then let's reevaluate him a couple of games in the season, you know, midway in the season and see where he at. That's the best thing to do, I feel like. Trap. At least let us see him with the starting lineup before we bury the man, right? You know? I think that's fair, right? Like, we ain't even seen the dude with the starting lineup yet. And we are, like, some of us are already burying the young man. But, you know, I'm going to just hold you critical on what you did. You know, I'm not going to say, you know, it's the end of the world. I will say you had a bad game. I will say you struggled a little bit. But I won't say, hey, he'll never come back from this. Shout out to Cowboys. Click with the $4.99 for your mind. He says Myzie Smith getting his learning reps. Anybody that judges off of these preseason games where he's learning and trying different things, yeah, it don't make sense. Like I said, one thing we got to take into account is Myzie don't know no type of pretty much no scheme stuff. When you in preseason, there's no tendencies by the team. You know what I'm saying? The opponent that you playing basically don't have no tendencies. So it's basically just you against the man. And you don't have no heads up on stuff like that. So during the season, he'll be able to get that advantage. He'll be able to put that work in the film room. He'll be able to clean up his techniques. He going up against some of the best offensive linemen in football now. He just a young player that got to learn and got to get them reps in so he can grow. That's all. He going up against Zach Martin and Tyron Smith now. So they gonna steer him in the right direction. He going to have a crash course on becoming a actual dominant defensive tackle in this league, and I'm glad that he's on our team so he can learn from the best of the best. Excuse me. Trey Fargo says Myzie a rookie playing with the backups and growing up against top 5 O-linemen in Seattle playing against the starters. Relax. Hey, tell him again, man. Relax, sir. Just relax. Trap. I just want you to simmer down a little bit. Simmer yourself. That's all I'm saying, man. You got to hold your horses on Myzie Smith. Just because he didn't come out and be an all-pro gold jacket after the first couple of weeks, I think you need to simmer yourself down. Okay, now let's move on. Now, is it me or the O-line depth looking pretty decent according to the numbers? Shout out to Marcus Mosher on Twitter. Y'all make sure y'all go follow him. He says Cowboy rookie right tackle TJ Bass has not allowed a single pressure on 58 preseason snaps according to PFF. Small sample size for the UDFA. Offensive guard from Oregon has played well. That's great news. Trap. And I think TJ Bass has been solid throughout since we seen him. You know, that's my guy HTM Pet Cat, I believe, on the offensive line. He like Austin Richards too, so. But TJ Bass has been pretty good, man, and I think that's a good sign, them good steps in the right direction. But you do have to take this with a grain of salt as well. Just because we see good from these young players in the preseason, we can't go head over heels either. It's the same effect of the Myzie Smith on the opposite end. We can't go too critical on Myzie. We can't go too high on TJ Bass. So it's the same. It comes from the same ilk, right? It got to be the same type of mindset. Don't go too far high. Don't go too far low. Stay even keel with these young players because they more than likely going to be up and down throughout the preseason. That's something I know to be true. most things that you will see by most young players, what is one of their main characteristics is being inconsistent because they just young, y'all. They young. A young player most definitely gonna be inconsistent. They learning daily. They learning stuff every day. And then you gotta think, when you're a young player with a lot of potential, it's going to be a lot of different voices in your ear too. So you got to know when to listen. You got to know who to listen to. So you just got to simmer yourself down and give them young boys a chance to learn their way and find their way. Shout out to Cowboys Click with another 99 for your mind, man. I appreciate it. He says, haters gonna hate and we always gonna laugh when they cry. I understand. Yeah, we gonna laugh when they cry. You already know that. And like I said before, I ain't going to dwell on these guys too long because they don't deserve a slide on my show. They really don't. But the main people up there talking about Myles Smith is Eagles fans, and we seen what they just had in Jordan Davis last year, and nobody talked about it. Shout out to Coach Marv, made a great point yesterday that, hey, them boys, they sleeping peacefully with a first rounder lineman that everybody was highly recruiting. And he did nothing last year for that team, so they want to be critical on Myles Smith, and he ain't even played a real down officially for the Cowboys yet. Ain't that crazy? Make that make sense, and we sitting up here entertaining that stuff. Like, at least see the man for a few games, 3-4 games with the starting team before you even start to have real solid opinions on the young man. It typically is going. You really can't judge this pick until maybe about 2-3 seasons in, honestly. And if he's special, he might show up this year and flash this year. If he's special, he might become a force by next year. It takes time for defensive tackles, man. Mr. Michael Lockhart on the job, him and his squad, says it's 54 likes and 97 people in the chat. Oh, my goodness. Look at the disappointment on this young man's face. Got me walking around with my head down. You gonna disappoint a baby. What more do you want from me? You got me standing out the window and now I gotta do this ugly cry. Oh my goodness, man. Don't be that way. Don't behave like an eagle. Don't you do that. Y'all better than that, man. Y'all better than that, man. Don't behave like an eagle, man. Trap. Don't behave like an eagle. I know y'all better than that, man. You know the Eagle fans don't want to hit the like button. They want to hit the dislike button. You know all of those people want to hate on the trap, but it's going to take more than that, you understand? It's going to take more than that to hold down the trap, you understand? Y'all know I'm silly. But let's continue. Okay. But that's good news by TJ Bass. But like I said, don't get head over heels too quickly. And Mr. Awesome Richards, rookie O-lineman Awesome Richards, played 59 snaps at left tackle versus the Jaguars. He only allowed 2 pressures and 0 hits from the quarterback. He also played good against Seattle as well. So, look, we got 2 young guards. Awesome Richards played guard and tackle. So, that's 2 things to keep an eye on, man. I know we think that the sky's falling as far as our offensive line depth. We think it's falling, right? But we might need to simmer ourselves down just a tad bit. We might need to hold our horses because we don't know completely. We got a couple of unknowns on this team. We still got some people there. We just got to see them be proven. We got to get them the opportunity to be proven and get them some reps. So Awesome Richards played tackle good, and he transitioned to guard in the same game. So I don't see no reason why we shouldn't be at least excited about where he could be. Like I said, don't go too high, too low in preseason. But I really do like the upside I see out of Awesome Richards and TJ Bass. And we need the offensive line dealt. We understand that. We definitely need the O-line dealt bad. So that's all good news as far as the future of this O-line, especially if we just so happen to get an injury or something. We all got to collectively knock on wood, you know. We got to collectively knock on wood because we don't need no more injuries at no more positions. I'm hoping for a healthy season. We definitely need to be healthy coming out of this Raiders preseason game, man. We don't need no more injuries. No more injuries. I think we done had enough now. We done had enough. Please, let us be now. Let us be. Cowboys Click says anybody that puts batteries in snowballs and throw them at opposing teams is just suspect. They prove themselves to be what they are. Cowboys Click spitting this morning, sir. I understand. Y'all get you. Shout out to Rodney Gay in the building on Facebook, man. Shout out to my Facebook squad. Action Pile in the building. What's happening? Derek Lynch says Myers Smith is a young pup out there with the backups. Give him a chance with the starters to see where he can become. Exactly. It's just going to take time, man. It's just going to take time. Michael Lockhart said, landlord, the Mizzy will be back tomorrow, and she will be ready for demo deadbeat likes downers on Thursday. Hey, man, I'm ready for Miss Elder to come back, man. Shout out to Miss Elder. I know she's watching from somewhere now. Trap. She always doing an admirable job for the likes, man. And y'all just don't know, man. We got to beat this algorithm because, sometimes YouTube be, ghosting me. Sometimes they don't put they don't give y'all no notifications or nothing. So I'm going to need y'all to help and, help me get this out here. Help me beat this algorithm up like Dak be beating the Eagles every year, Mike and Leah in the building. He says we got at least a couple of guys that can come in and at least be manageable. That's all we should need. Exactly. Offensive line depth is not that, it's not that typical in the league these days. Like, you seen the scraps that the Dallas Cowboys let go. Them boys got snatched up immediately, didn't they? When we let Connor Williams go, that boy got signed like this. When we let La'el Collins go, that boy got signed like this. When we let Connor McGovern go, he got signed like this. Like, that right there should let you know how scarce that this O-line depth. Everybody's looking for good O-linemen. So if you got a couple of them, you should feel pretty good. The Cowboys in a decent position right now. But it do make me beg the question, do you think we should bring in a veteran like Jason Peters again? I know he's a stinking Eagle. We forgave him. He played for us last year, We forgave him. But should they pick up one of these notable free agents, Taylor Leon and Juwan James? But I know Jason Peters is somebody I wouldn't mind just bringing in, maybe even for veteran leadership. I seen him do some good things. I'm not in the business of turning down at least decent linemen. I don't care how old he is, I wouldn't be too upset if we brought back Jason Peters for a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he was a good addition to the team last year. He was a good guy in the locker room. He was a good he actually was decent when he got his reps and his opportunities. So I'm not opposed to it. So give me a yes or no on Mr. Jason Peters coming back for a cup of tea then. A cup of tea. Somebody says too old. Noel says no, too old. He old now. But Mr. Noel, listen, any offensive lineman that's available right now, he's going to either be old or damaged goods or absolutely trash,
Trash!
Them the only options that you're going to have out here. I just let you see how scarce the O-line pool is right now. It's not many good O-linemen. Everybody needs a good O-lineman. Like, hey, that's the position you might need to tell your sons to play. Real talk. Like, we joke about running back because nobody wants to be a running back these days. But, hey, if your son got a few ham sandwiches and peanut butter sandwiches on him, tell him to play guard or something now. Tell him to play tackle. If he's naturally big, if he can move, tell him to play tackle because it's always going to be some room for them in the league. And they get paid big money, too. Shout out to Splendor Poppy Burner account in the building. He says, landlord, yes, sir. Peters was solid and stands on whatever. Yeah, he's solid and stand on whatever,
Solid and stand on whatever.
Like Big X, he's solid. I liked the addition of Peters, man. I think he helped out Tyler Smith a whole lot, too. People forget to mention that. He helped out Tyler Smith a lot with just his mentorship and his leadership. So I love it, man. I wouldn't mind bringing him back for a cup of joe, I don't mind that. But now let's talk about, let's see, Mr. Isaiah Land. He's got some nice numbers on paper. Shout out to John Owen on Twitter. He says Isaiah Land is currently tied for third amongst edges, second amongst rookies edges, and total pressures thus far this preseason with 8. He's also tied for 6th amongst all defenders in pass rush win rate at 24%, while his 32% pressure rate ranks second, minimum 20 pass rush snaps far as the Cowboys go. So Isaiah Land is making a big time impression on the team when he get his opportunities. Now, what I don't like about it is they only play him. I paid attention. I was doing a little film session on him, but they only played him probably the end of the third and the fourth quarter though. So my only concern, my only pushback would be we need to see him early in the game, sir. I know we running Sam Williams. I'm done. I don't need to see no more Sam Williams. What are y'all doing?
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
Why is Sam Williams getting reps? Why is Dante Fowler still getting reps? We don't need to see them guys. Dante Fowler is a veteran. He might have just need to get warmed up or something, maybe, but it's a couple of these defensive linemen I don't even need to see no more. So if that's the case, let Isaiah Land in the game earlier. We need to see him earlier. We need to see him more often because I don't like how they just had him in the game basically a quarter in a couple series. Yeah, let him play more against the Raiders. They should let him at least be the second rotation of guys. They had him in the third rotation. So I don't like that right though. Shout out to Miss Jackie sliding in. How you doing? But I don't like how they did him. I don't like how they gave him the reps. Give him some more reps. Most people know if you produce what I give you, don't that mean you deserve a little more? He's earning more reps. I would be pretty upset if I don't see him getting more reps the next game. He deserves more reps. This dude first step being ridiculous. He got a script sack for God's sake.
Trap.
This dude got a script sack. We didn't recover the ball, but he got a script sack. So, hey, man, when you start making plays like that, man, you deserve more reps. It is what it is. And if he can't get that, that's concerning. That's a L for the coaching staff because that means somebody ain't paying attention, or that means he's in somebody's doghouse, or that means it's some kind of politics going on, and I hate all of those, you know. So we need him to get some more reps because he's been producing in his limited opportunities. And yeah, his first step looking real gangster, and I'm excited about him, man. I really am. Shout out to Cowboys Click with the 199. He said, let's talk about Rico Dowdle looking good. Yeah, we can talk about that when we get done. I think I got I don't know if I talked about the running backs, but we can talk about that when I get done. Shout out to Ernie on Twitter. He says it's been 2,442 days since the Giants have beaten the Cowboys with Dak Prescott starting the quarterback. The last time the Giants beat Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones was on winter break at Duke University. Sometimes you just got to remind people. And I heard people saying, hey, watch out for the Giants. I mean, you going to respect your opponents like my coach Papa, my Spurs say. You going to have the appropriate fear of your opponents. But, man, Dak Prescott pretty lethal against the NFC, bro, the NFC East. So I ain't too concerned. Most of the times, Dak going to hold us down. He going to hold us down. That's a long time, ain't it, Mr. Bruce? That's a long time right there. That's a long time right there, man. But I did want to look at this, man. How much cap space does every team have? The AFC has a decent amount. Let's see. The Bengals got $19 million. Browns got $22 million. I don't got to go through everybody, but I'll say this. Look, it ain't many people that got more cap space than your Cowboys. That's what I'm trying to say. Trap. Y'all know Dollar Bill Jones is not playing around.
Dollar Bill! Shut down!
So all I'm thinking about right now is, look, the good team, the Super Bowl champ, look at their salary cap. Them boys left no stone unturned, right? Them boys left no stone unturned. They spent almost all their money. They just in shambles over here. Them boys in shambles over here, man. KC don't got no money left. See, that's what I want our salary cap to look like. I'm sorry. I want us to spend as much money as we need to trying to win, bro. That's what I want to see. But for some odd reason, Dollar Bill and the Farious Jerry over there, they still got all this money. And I don't see them doing anything with it either. They going to tell you they got to pay other people. They got to pay Michael Parsons. They got to pay CeeDee Lamb. That's what they going to say. They got to pay Dak Prescott. And if we don't see these contracts come about soon, I'm going to be a little concerned with Mr. Jerry Jones doing with this money, man. Trap. We need to be spending this money. I just thought it was interesting to see KC almost bankrupt over here, and we still got all this money. Like, what are we doing? I wanna put every effort we got towards winning 6, bro. So Jerry, get to doing something smart with this money. Hey, go get you some O-line depth. You understand? Go get you some O-line depth. Okay, making the case for the roster. These players right here are balling out, trying to make their case. So let's see. Hold on, I did it already. Mr. Kelvin Joseph is making his case. He's been playing out of his mind the last couple preseason games. So what y'all feel about Kelvin Joseph right now? Because I know everybody wanted to dog him out. I did. When I talked to him at training camp, man, I did the short. It was so many negative comments on there. Good grief. It was so many negative comments on Kelvin Joseph short I put up, man. Good grief. But one thing y'all got to realize, this young man said he realized where he was. Self-awareness going to get you far. He also said that he know he at the bottom and he's trying to get up to the top. So I'm trying to see, what do y'all think about KJ right now? Because Nashawn is hurt. Eric Scott ain't did nothing. He not since the preseason started, you know. Shout out to Mickey with the $5 super. She said, I don't know, landlord. Jerry said nothing would change their mind about Zach contract, and then they paid him, so maybe it would be different. Hey, I ain't no telling, man. They doing a lot of different stuff, Mickey. So, you know, hopefully these real head coaches, Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn could put some, you know, common sense in how people head so we can get this stuff done, man. Like, we need to quit playing around and actually do everything we need to do to win, man. That's where I'm at with it. But, yeah, man, they had a lot of bad stuff to say about KJ on my short, bro. And, like, I'm just saying, like, do y'all feel a little differently now? How y'all feeling now? Because KJ been outplaying some of y'all camp darlings and stuff, y'all, you know? Trap. KJ been outplaying some of y'all camp darlings. So, hey, maybe are y'all willing to have a change of heart? Because KJ been balling. How y'all feeling about that? Somebody says, Craven says, I'm good with KJ. Miss Patrice says, let's get it done, KJ. Okay, Splendor Poppy says, KJ looking great and is doing what he needs to do. Exactly. Cowboys Click says, KJ gonna be okay. Thomas A in the building says, Kelvin Joseph is playing for a roster spot, having a good training camp thus far, and a good preseason. Let's see. Splendor A, KJ looking better than Eric Scott since the preseason lights came on. See, I don't see people talking about, like, he was just a popular punching bag before, right? He was a popular punching bag. That's who he was. Everybody wanted crap on Kelvin Joseph, but this young man just continued to fight. He kept his head down. He keeping his nose clean, and he going out there playing football. So I'm happy for the young man. I'm rooting for him. You know, he's a friend of the show. We rooting for him. You understand? Balling in camp means nothing. Yeah, and he took it to preseason. It don't mean nothing. We done seen plenty of people ball in camp, and then when the lights get bright, they start to shrink. And that's always concerning with any young player. What will you do when the lights are bright? You know, when everybody's looking at you, what will you do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You know what I'm saying? Trap. You got the bad influence Swain in the building. What's happening, sir? Craven says KJ making plays in the preseason too. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think Trey was dissing KJ. I think he was just saying that about Eric Scott and them and stuff. Because I don't think you could deny that. Like, preseason trumps training camp. I want y'all to understand that. Preseason most definitely trumps training camp. Because we done seen a lot of camp heroes. Simi Fehoko was a camp hero last year. He been doing okay in camp this year. We don't see that translate to the preseason. What has Simi Fehoko done, man? What has he done? I barely heard Simi name. You know what I'm saying? We know he got potential and stuff, but you still ain't heard nothing from Simi. So it's always going to be a guy who just do good in camp when nobody's looking, and then next time you know, in preseason, they shrink. That's just how it go. Nashawn Wright was exactly like that too, Mickey. Absolutely. He was. Nashawn was incredible in camp last year. As soon as the lights came on, Nashawn was getting snagged on. Trap. I remember that too, bro. We were so disappointed. We were so disappointed in Nashawn. Listen, man. Listen. It was sad because, like, the one thing that Nashawn got over all other cornerbacks, right? He's super tall. This dude like 6'5", 6'6". And he getting snagged on. How you getting head topped at 6'5", bro? These regular sized dudes in the preseason last year, bro, they was on Nashawn's head. I was like, what is going on? I couldn't believe it, bro. Cause he had such a good camp, and then he go into the preseason and get snagged over. Like that was kind of crazy to me. I didn't expect that at all. But I ain't gonna lie. I was hoping to see him this preseason, but he been hurt, so I don't really know what to make of Nashawn Wright. He found his way on the field last year, so we'll have to see what he do when he get back. Lenzadis Pale Moon. I'm going to just say Pale Moon because I don't know I can't pronounce that first one, forgive me. He says, we need to remember that Scott was drafted as a developmental player. He surprised us in camp, but has shown he needs more time to develop. Yeah, most young players gon' need time to develop. We understand that, but like we just said, we need him to translate that from camp to the preseason. That's all it is, and that's a difficult step for most young players. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. Swain said it's not that Simi is bad. It's more like the talent around him is a bit better. That might be true. Because that throw Will Grill did was absolutely horrible in preseason, though. I'm going to tell y'all right now, Simi was wide open. When I went back and looked at that tape, Simi was wide open, like, no lie. But Will Grill tried to throw it across his body, which he ain't got the arm to be doing all this Romo, Patrick Mahomes stuff. So he tried to throw across his body. That what gave the DB enough time to jump the route. But Simi was he was in the front of the DB. He was wide open. It was just a bad decision by Will Grier. So I just think, we got to give some of these young players time to develop more. Of course, don't be too critical on them right now. I might be critical on some people like Simi because he's been here for a while and he still ain't did nothing significant in my opinion. So after a while, you got to start turning up that heat on these boys, Choctaw says, Nashawn needs reps, can't be done with a dude that gets 2 snaps a preseason game. Yeah, I ain't say I was done with him, but, it's turning up like, hey, I need to see more. I tell you that. He made his way on the regular roster, though. He made his way on the roster, and he made his way on the field last year. That's a lot. You can't say that about a lot of these other cornerbacks. So they like some about them. Christopher Gillis says, only thing this shows is that Simi is a better cerebral wide receiver at this point than Tolbert, but Tolbert easily trumps Simi in talent, now shown that the offense is simpler for the wide receivers. That's a good point. Because it should be simple. Like, why would you want to challenge your people too much to the point where it's a hindrance? You know what I'm saying? You supposed to help your offense. You don't supposed to hurt your offense. You know, you want them to have the advantage, not the disadvantage. If they thinking too much, if they figuring stuff out too much, the defense gets the advantage at that point. But let's see. I had the 53-man roster thingamajig. Let me see. Bam. Shout out to, let me see. Here we go. Can y'all see this? Let me know, can y'all see this? Because for some reason, my screen ain't showing. Y'all can see that? Looks like you can. Okay. This is, shout out to the Cowboys. Why? They got here off 38 locks for the 53-man roster. And it was interesting. You know, of course, Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, you know, Deuce Vaughn is a lock, they saying. That's interesting. We know that. Far as another running back, who would y'all consider another running back that would be a lock? Who is another lock at running back? Who is another lock at running back? Because they got 38. We need a few more. So who's the lock at the running back? We need what? 14 more? We gotta get more. Those are locks. So we gotta see who we gotta get to 53. So let's see. Let's see. Rico been playing ball though. The first game he did well, he just fumbled. Second game, he was much better. So y'all got Deuce Vaughn and Rico. So that's 39. Rico would be the 39th player on this roster. We gonna carry. I know we gonna carry at least 3 backs though. So I think Malik could probably get that spot. So I think Rico and Malik, they gonna carry at least 4 running backs. What y'all think? Shout out to Cowboys Click. He says, I like said Rico Dow. Yeah, Rico, I think Rico will make this team for sure. And then I think Malik will be the last one. So that's 38, 39, 40. That's 40. We got 13 more slots to go. Okay. Jake Ferguson, of course, he been playing ball. Absolutely. Luke Schoonmaker, he's a second-round pick. You know he going to make this team. Peyton Hendershot is somebody they fond of, so you know he going to make this team. So that's 3 tight ends that they got as a lock on Cowboys wire. So after that, what Cowboys defense, what tight end outside of those 3 that's going to be a lock? We got 13 more spots. John Stevens is out, unfortunately. You know, that's sad. So what other tight end that's a lock? We got 13 more slots left. Let's see. We are going to carry 4 running backs the most. That's why I said Malik. I said Malik and Rico. So now we got 13 slots left. Y'all saying McKinn gonna get it? McKinn. We talking about tight ends. You gonna put Luke at tight end, Miss Craven? Good agree. What y'all gonna do? Swain says Ferg, Schoon, and Hendershot. We need one more because they carried 4 last year. Unless they gonna, cut one. Go deep in another position. Jonathan Taylor from Indy. Upside. Yeah, I love to have Jonathan Taylor, but I don't even really, I might talk about it for a little bit, but I just don't see that being realistic for the Cowboys. Like, I don't. It would be, it's a nice idea, but I just don't see that being realistic. Nobody, I guess we're going to say McKinn to be the, now we got 12 positions left. So let's see. 12 slots left. All right. We got the 4 tight ends, and Sean McKinn, the veteran, makes the 4th one. Okay. Of course, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, Jalen Tolbert, that lock on here, man. Shout out to JT. Trap. The way he's performed, man, that's an easy lock, too, when you think about it. Well, they got Cavante Turpin as a lock for wide receiver. What y'all think about that though, man? I don't know about that. Not at receiver. You might have to have kick return. Okay, look, if it come down to it, are y'all gonna vote Turpin in over some of these other receivers? And Turpin really he made a couple catches in preseason, but he basically just a return man, right? So Turpin definitely wouldn't be able to go on the practice squad though. So, I see why they'll say he a lot, but not a receiver though. Like I had him as a special team. But let's see. How many receivers was that? They had CD, Micah Gallup, Cooks, and Turpin. That's 4. How many receivers we had last year? I think we had like 6, right? He's doing a little more, But look though. All right, let's say this. It might not be his fault, so this might not even be a fair question. But has Turpin lived up to what you wanted him to be on preseason as a wide receiver? Cause he really hurt himself already with a fumble on the kick return. But I seen him make some plays though. He have made plays. Okay, we got 4 lock receivers. We'll leave Turpin alone for now. Who the other 2? Who the other 2 receivers? Well, we got, how many slots we got left? We got 12 slots left, I think. 12 slots left for the 53-man roster. 12 slots left. Okay. How many more receivers we got? Somebody says Brooks over Semi. How many more receivers we got now? Splendor Poppy says landlord take 5 receivers and Luke as your 6. They ain't gonna put Luke as y'all got Luke in every kind of slot, don't it? This boy versatile, but I don't know if he that versatile now. Simmer down now. Simmer down now. Y'all got him at receiver. Y'all got him at tight end. I thought he'd be more of a running back, fullback, tight end. He could possibly be a tight end up, but I don't really see them using him like that. They go Chop with the nickname, with the nefarious nicknames. But look, okay, Luke at receiver is wild, like it is. But look, all right, listen. We need 2 more receivers, and then we'll have 10 more roster spots. Okay, JT, Brooks, Turpin. We already got JT and them there. So what? Okay, you going to keep, let's see. You'll keep Jalen Brooks, Semi, Cropper. Who? Who y'all going to keep? I forgot about Dennis Houston, man. Good grief. Man, to be real with y'all, I might say Houston. Houston making this team. Because I don't see no reason why not. Now, they might feel like they can use them. They can hide them on the practice squad, though. That could be a possibility. But Houston making this team, in my opinion. So I say give me Houston. Hey, Michael Lockhart, you must have been listening to me because I love Drummond, man, but I think they're going to play Drummond. They ain't gave this man no kind of media coverage at all, like none. Hey, Drummond just been out there making plays and nobody cares. So that right there shows me that he's in somebody's doghouse or some. They just got a lot more priority over him because I seen him making plays in camp and in preseason, but nobody cares. So they look like they gonna do Drummond bad, man. And I really don't like it. But okay, Houston, and they probably gonna put Fayoku there, and everybody gonna be mad. Watch. Trap. They gonna put Fayoku there, and everybody gonna be pissed. That's what's gonna happen. Swain said Drummond is a lunch pail guy. Man, Drummond nice though, y'all. Y'all know last year I was talking about Drummond. Drummond is nice. Real talk. He was balling at Ole Miss. He was balling at Ole Miss. He a good yak guy. He got a nice little size on him. Man, that young man can play, but he ain't getting no love. I got video of him high pointing on somebody in camp. I just ain't never put it out there yet. I might show it to y'all tomorrow or something. I don't even know what receiver he was high pointing on, but he jumped up and it was a touchdown. And that first day I was at camp, Drummond made about 5 catches. No lie. It looked like he knew I was there because that was my pet cat last year. That boy Drummond was playing ball, man. Noel says CD, Gallup, Turpin, Tolbert, Houston, Cooks. That might be fair right there. Like, let me see. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your 6 right there, Noel.
Trap.
I think Noel got it. That's it. I don't see no arguments with none of them. You know CD, Gallup, and Cooks. Then Turpin, he got almost by default. And then Tolbert has shown who he is. And Houston is a guy who started. So, hey, yeah, that might be it right there, Noel. You might got it. I think you got it. HTM says Drummond good and won't make the team. That hurts me. He better not go to no op team and go over there and ball either. I'm going to be sick now.
Hey, yo, pass me a lighter. I'm trying to smoke me out.
He better not go to the Washingtons or something like that, the Giants, and go show out or something. I'm going to be sick. Willie T said, come on, landlord. You those are practice squad guys. Who you talking about? Let's see. Who? You talking about Drummond? Drummond a practice squad guy, but, I'm just saying he deserves at least a look, a glimmer, they ain't paying no attention to Drummond at all. It's like no matter what he do, nobody bats an eye. They just like, oh, okay, next. I don't know what it is. Like, they ain't studying Drummond at all. So, I don't know. Shout out to you, Goddess the Poet in the building. She says, watching with one eye and listening with one ear from the office. Hey, don't get in trouble now. We appreciate you, though. We appreciate you, man. You got to get your daily dose of that Cowboys content. You understand? She said, can we trade Simmons for a lineman? You can't trade stuff with no value, sir. You can't trade stuff with no value. I wouldn't say he got no value, but his value not high enough to get attention from nobody, Drummond sounds like he got other issues. What you mean by that? You think it's something we don't know, Kevin Hicks? You think it's something that they just, they keeping under the wraps or something? Let's see. Drummond is like lot players on every team play. I don't know what you mean by that. Christopher Gillis says you could trade Neville or Armstrong for an O-line depth. You can definitely trade Armstrong. I think Armstrong got a little depth. a little value though. People might look at them 8 sacks and be like, "Hey, what's up?" I might be interested in that. Chata said Dallas has O-line depth. We do. We just talked about that. We like some of them young players. We do. Yeah, I don't know, Miss Patrice. Never in danger, I'll tell you that. But he been playing ball this preseason, though. I'll tell you that. He been playing ball. So he's making his case now, Miss Patrice. He is. Meaning Drummond is a dime a dozen. Oh, okay. You saying it's nothing what? It's nothing special about him, you saying. We got plenty of receivers, so I don't disagree with you. Craven says, I agree with trading Gallimore, keep Armstrong. How much value do you think Gallimore has right now? How much value do you think he have? And what you'll get back on your investment, what do you think it's gonna be worth it? That's what I'm saying. I like Big Bo. He said never not in danger, and neither is Bo. So, okay, who your defensive lineman then? Who your defensive lineman? Who your defensive lineman is? Who your defensive lineman is? Before we ride this thing on now. Who your defensive lineman? Chata just plain said get rid of Armstrong. I kind of like ghosting. I kind of like ghosting too. I like ghosting. He younger, and I believe he got more upside right now. And then they changed his position. He didn't change his position. The Cowboys wanted to change his position, so he definitely deserves some more time. He deserves more time. Gallimore is going to be worth more than – wait a minute, Cowboys clear. Wait a minute. You way too nefarious this morning, sir. You way too nefarious. Craven said, I don't know about Gallimore value. That's a good question. Exactly. Like, what exactly are you going to get out of him? You know what I'm saying? It's a great idea to trade everybody until you start thinking about what you can actually get for them, you know. Then that's when the realization hits you, you know. Trap. See, Mickey, I know you from around the way. You trying to finesse these people. You know, if we could finesse them, then, you know, everything will be perfect. You know what I'm saying? We could finesse Never Gallimore for Aaron Donald or something, you know. That would be wonderful, but we can't do that. Like, these GMs ain't dumb enough, you know. They're not dumb enough. So we'll have to figure out. When you talk about trading somebody, it's gonna have to be somebody who actually okay or decent, or appears to be okay or decent. That's why I looked at Armstrong as a perfect person. You know, Armstrong is a person who appears to be a pretty good option. He got 8 sacks. I'm not saying he's terrible, but I think I could get something decent for him. That's all I'm saying. He got 8 sacks, okay? You know? So that's attractive to some trade partners right there. That's attractive. Yeah, like how we could trade Josh Ball for you know, a Pro Bowl lineman if that was the case. we could trade Josh Ball, you know, and get a Pro Bowler, you know, if it was up to me. Oh, he had 9.5 sacks. That's very attractive, HTM. That's very attractive. That's very attractive. Hey, Darns, man, huh? Do y'all wait a minute. Cause I know this gonna be a controversial question before I wrap this up. But I'm gonna have to ask it. I'm sorry. Y'all could be mad at me if you want to. You know, we'll be better tomorrow, all right? Do y'all believe in those 9.5 sacks? Do y'all believe in those sacks? Do y'all feel like they legitimate? Because I tell you, sacks ain't made equal though, you know? And I'm not taking nothing away from Mr. Armstrong, but do y'all believe in those 9? That's one question, and I'm going to ride this thing on now. Do y'all believe in those 9? Do y'all think Darn's going to get 9 again? Let me know. Do y'all believe in those 9 though? Because I'm telling you, every sack is not made equal, bro. I promise you. I wouldn't be up here saying this for no reason. Like, if we go back and look at these sacks, that's all I'm saying. Do y'all believe in those sacks? Yeah, he good on special teams. He's not a bad player. Look, this is the reason I'm talking about trading him, because he's actually an okay player. That's the only way he can be traded. If he's an okay player. That he has value. So I'm not saying he's terrible. I'm just saying, do you believe in those? That's all. DP Johnson said 9.5 sacks and blocking kicks and punts. Hey, he put in some work though. Nice year he had. But do you believe in him? Let's see. Mr. Cowboy says yes, because do more than sacks. He do. Thomas said DA got those sacks early, but later in the year he disappeared. I just showed y'all the stats the other day. He had like 8 games with 0 sacks. But like you said, he do more than sacks though, just to be fair. So hey, we're not really we're not drawing our line in the sand. We just saying, hey, this is up for discussion. That's all. I'm not stirring on either way. We'll just say that. you know, y'all can convince me to go this way or that way far as this go. So we'll just leave it hanging in the air. Thomas A said, DA, yeah. He did, bro. I just showed you he had plenty games with 0. But we'll have to go into the film to see if he had 0 tackles or was he getting pressures, because you can't just judge a player just solely off sacks either, just to be fair. You know, I ain't trying to make no unfair narratives on the man either. Takedown said he only got those sacks because of Michael Parsons. I wouldn't do him like that, you know, but he's the cleanup man. Hey, okay. That's all I wanted to ask y'all, man, because when West Coast said it last year, man, shout out to West Coast Cowboy. When he said it last year, that would have been the perfect time to do it. It would have been perfect. But everybody got mad at West Coast. Everybody got mad at West Coast. I remember they was like, "Oh, West Coast is crazy. Talking about trading Don Armstrong. What is he talking about?" I seen people in my chat box saying this stuff. "Oh, what does he mean and what is he talking about?" And then Neville pretty much, I mean, not Neville, but Darn's pretty much disappeared throughout the year. So, hey, that would have been a perfect time. I think like after 5-6 games, Neville had like 5-6 sacks. It was something ridiculous. I knew he couldn't keep that up. But that would have been the perfect time to sell him. That would have been the perfect time to sell him to another team. Hey, I got this young, hot pass rusher that you need on your team. Give me your Pro Bowl offensive lineman, you know. But, man, I appreciate everybody, man. I think we did a decent job. We didn't finish the 53, though. We didn't finish the 53. We'll finish that tomorrow then, if y'all want to. I'll finish the 53, man, tomorrow. HTM, is you finna get ready to go live? Let me know. Let me know before we wrap this thing on up. Noel Beat says, sell him like a toy. Yeah, we got to get rid of that, man. We got to get rid of him. We got to get rid of him. Craven Cowboy says, yep, his value went away. It disappeared. It did. He started off so hot. He started off hot, bro. He came out the gate going crazy. The whole time I'm over here like, wow. Okay. Then what we gonna do? HTM finna go live right after me, man. I want y'all to go over there and show him some love. I want y'all to go over there and raid. Say, when you go up in this chat box, I need you to say landlord raid. That's what's going on. Trap. I want us to raid HTM chat box. I want to see landlord rave all up in this chat box, man. Y'all gonna put a smile on my face this morning. We gonna go over there and take over the liquor store for a tight second. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do me that solid and go raid this live when we get up off of here, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Let's do this, man. I appreciate it. You know why them haters be hating on us. You want to know why? Because we are what? The greatest, man. Y'all know that. Let's get it. It's finna be a landlord sports raid in HTM chat box, man. We coming strong with it now. Y'all gotta represent. Let's get it. Let's go.
And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine.
Let them know you in the middle.
And every song, man, I swear, just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine. Damn, I never let these play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD. I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident that humble stuff ain't for me, Lord. Help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most to say. Their words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the Phoenix. Show these people I'm great enough. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. We'll take a seat. I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, hit that like on the way out for your boy, man. Go hard, chase heels, and doubt till you make it. Show them all you the greatest, I'm the great. Young poet got flow flowing, it's mind blowing. I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, it's fair warning. For my opponents that will be mourning before the morning. Every beat I eat and destroy it, that's what the fans wanted. The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping. Yeah, I'm a giant when rhyming and y'all microscopic. I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet. Custom pics I'm cropping, be masterpieces, they photoshopping. I'm from the bottom, assembled by the avenue, so I gotta pay homage to the hood. to show my gratitude. And then my attitude is similar to an animal. These niggas ain't half as cool. I got different levels to tap into. I am the truth. These people know that I kill it. These are God level lyrics. I should be on Mount Olympus. My music therapeutic to the real spirit, like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody messing with me. I'm the great. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. We'll take a seat. I do it for the family.
Landlord raid in the bit, baby.
And if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. The go against the odds, go hard, chase bills, let the doubters see you make it. Show them all the greatest. I'm the greatest.
Hey man, not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know them haters hate us because they ain't us. You know them haters want to try to suppress our success, but nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.